So you know what time it is, peeps? It's time for What Do You Say, J and K. What we got, K?
All right, so we got a letter here. This one looks like it came from YouTube.
Okay.
It says, after 3 years of dating and 2 years of engagement, me and my fiance are calling it quits. However, what started out as a peaceful and non-hostile breakup quickly went left when I asked her to return the ring and she refused. She says I gave her the ring and it belongs to her to do what she wants with it. No different than any other thing that I gave her during our relationship. I told her it's not the same. The ring was contingent on us getting married. Once she called off the wedding and our relationship, she forfeited the ring. The ring cost me $11,000. If she doesn't return it, I'm prepared to sue her. Y'all tell me who's wrong and who's right.
Ah, man. I hate this whole business situation.
Bro,
I do.
you view this as business?
Well, not that I view it. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, marriage is the biggest business transaction in the world, right? And it's a business transaction before a marriage is even there, according to this letter.
Okay.
They're not even married yet. He just bought the woman a ring, right? A ring. So clearly, it didn't work out in that situation. The poor man spent $11,000. Okay? That ain't no chump change, right? That's a shitload of money. And the relationship is not working out. And I just don't see, why would a woman want to keep the ring of a man that she does not want to marry, right? Clearly, you don't want to marry him, right? He wants to, right? She's the one who called it off?
That's what you said.
Right. So she called it off. So why would you want to keep the man's ring? Now she's saying, I guess on her end, that he gave it to her. Yeah, but he gave it to her under the circumstance that we are going to be married. If you're not going to be married, then he deserves to get his ring back. But the reason why I say it's the biggest business thing, because, you know, why wouldn't a woman want to keep the $11,000 ring? She doesn't need the relationship anymore. She doesn't want the relationship anymore. So she can now take his ring. She can now go and sell the ring. And she gets $11,000 or however much money she gets for it. I think it's one of the most despicable things that any, not even just women, any human being can do to another person who they claim to at least love at some point in their lives, right? And every woman, listen, you just can't play stupid. You know why you got the engagement ring.
Right.
You're engaged to be married. You're not going to be married anymore because you don't want it anymore. So I don't understand what kind of person would want to keep the ring. I will tell you, they're a devil. They're deviant. They're horrible. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever in the world to me. Give the ring back and then wait to get another ring from someone that you do love and someone that you do want to marry here. I don't see what the issue is with it, except for this woman just being extremely greedy and a money whore.
Let me ask you this. If he gave her, say as a gift, he gave her a flat screen TV, and during the breakup, he goes, "Hey, I want that TV back." Okay. What would be your thoughts? Would your position or opinion be the same thing about the ring, about the TV that it is for the ring?
No. He gave her a flat screen TV. What, you mean for like a birthday or Valentine's or just because?
Right.
No, he gave it to her. It's just a flat screen TV. You can't take it back.
And so you don't view the engagement ring as he gave her the ring.
He gave her the ring to be married. That was a prerequisite to being married. It's called an engagement ring for a reason.
Right.
You're engaged to be married.
Now,
if the marriage happens, she keeps the ring. If the marriage doesn't happen, now she doesn't. Now, some men, I don't know why they wouldn't do this. Actually, no. I've been in this situation somewhat. I gave a woman a ring.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, got some tea.
Yeah, I gave a woman a ring. Yeah, I gave a woman a ring.
Okay.
Right? Now, it didn't work out. You know, didn't work out for whatever reason it was, right?
Yeah, and
Now, I offered her. She could have kept the ring if she wanted to, right? This was my point. If a man has no problem with the woman keeping the ring, that's on him, right? If he bought the ring, now I didn't spend no damn near $11,000 on my ring, but I spent enough for me.
Okay.
I wonder how much I spent. Had to be over $4,000.
I remember.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, right. It wasn't 11, but it was over $4,000.
Yeah, I know. And
I offered her to keep the ring, right? Oh, this is what you were saying. Yeah, this is bringing back memories. You stirring up some bad memories to me right now. I offered her to keep the ring, but that was from my own, that was my offer. Right. My own personal offer. But if a man wants his ring back, the woman should give him the ring back, especially if she was the one who called it off.
Pull the plug. Right.
That's it.
Right.
In my situation, it just didn't work. I mean, she says one thing, I says one thing, it's whatever. It just didn't work. But we still had the love there, and it just didn't work.
Right.
But so that's an individual.
So who kept the ring in your situation?
Oh, I have the ring right now.
So you have the ring right now.
Because when we broke up the last time, I just knew it was too painful for her to keep.
Got it.
Because she was holding on to the ring, and I think with some women hold on to the ring, they're still holding on to hope.
Got it.
Right? If the woman keeps the ring, she's also keeping hope. And if you love a woman and you know that ring is gonna have them hold on to some kind of hope, and you know that's gonna hurt them emotionally, it's best that you just take it back. She actually gave it back to me anyway at the last breakup. And normally the first time I said, no, you keep it, and she just kept it. That time I took it back because I knew that it was the best thing for me to do was to take it back. Not to get the money back.
Yeah, right.
Because I still have it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And would you give that to someone else?
Oh, you are a dirty guy.
Well, I'm just asking.
What kind of question is that? That's like the person who asked the poor Janet Jackson the question. What kind of question is that, Kay?
Well, it's not meant to be a gotcha question, but okay. But I wonder, just wondering about that. And I think maybe it wasn't reflected in the letter.
Yes.
But maybe the woman in her mind is also, right, what are you going to do? It's not like you're going to give that to someone else. Furthermore, if a new woman comes into your life, how do you think that they would feel receiving a ring that was intended, well, more than intended, like you literally gave it to someone else and that person said thanks but no thanks? How would they feel? You think they would be accepting of it? Right?
Come on, okay, you know.
Exactly. I'm about to answer this guy. First of all,
you don't tell him.
Hey, thank you, Doc. What the hell do you think? I'm an idiot?
No.
Well, you think
I don't.
Right.
Jay would.
No.
Jay,
Listen, I'm not even that bad, Doc. Tell this guy. Listen,
it would come up. It would come
up. No.
Or see, let me be clear. It's not just Jay. Jay's got to I want to holler at folks around Jay, but Jay's got honest people around him as well too. Some of them might see the ring like, oh, isn't that so-and-so's ring? Then he ain't got sense enough to lie and say no.
What do you mean I don't got sense enough?
He would be like, well, she didn't want it. He would be so caught up in challenging the person that spoke to him, he'd forget about the girl sitting there with the used ring. Well, so-and-so didn't want it, so forget her.
Yeah. Listen. You can't. And let me tell you one thing. You can't sell them rings back. You go down to the Diamond District. I tried to sell the ring back. They wasn't offering me nothing to get the ring back. So the best bet, so when I called up the jewelry shop, he says, listen, the best thing you do is hold on to the ring. I ain't that bad. I am not going to give a new potential wife an old ring that I got for somebody else. But what you do is you hold on to that ring because you're not going to sell it back because you ain't going to get the money, right? You hold on to the ring as long as you went to a reputable shop like I did. You hold on the ring and then you take it back to the store. If you find that one, you take it back to the store and then you will get a much greater value for that ring. They'll give you the money in exchange for a new ring for your new bride.
Oh, okay.
That's how you do it. You don't listen, I might make some bad decisions in my life,
Got
but
it.
I ain't that dumb
Right.
to give a new woman. First of all, I would just feel bad.
Right.
Here's the thing. Listen, I have a conscience. You don't think I got a conscience, brother? You're not really sure?
No, you definitely have a conscience.
Right.
I think your conscience is like car keys. Sometimes you just misplace it.
Yeah, but I couldn't, in all efforts, take that ring on this new woman that I love and give her the ring from the old woman that I loved.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe-
like she wouldn't know. Like Doc said, of course I ain't gonna tell her.
Right.
But I ain't that bad. I ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
I would just take it back to the shop in exchange for a new ring. Whether I need to add money to it or get a full thing and I don't have to pay nothing, I'm probably gonna add money to it, but whatever. At least I would get back a much greater value.
Right.
And I would feel good about that in my heart and in my soul.
I guess I'm not bad because I don't see anything wrong with it. But
You don't think anything wrong with giving a new woman the same old ring that you gave your previous fiance? Oh, Doc, do you hear this, dude? Yo, ladies, you better watch that ring that Kale might give you because it might be coming from the old woman.
Well,
whoa,
if
Lord.
you're sitting there with 3.5, 4 carats, marquise cut, and you were in a short or whatever, you were in an engagement, you take the ring back, you meet someone else, year, 2, 3, 4 years later. You guys date for X amount of years. You want to propose. Shit, by this time it's a family heirloom, just sitting there in a drawer, and it just so happens that her finger's the same size, and she happens to like a marquise cut. All right. I'm like, what's the worst thing in the world?
I don't have a problem with you doing that if you let her know.
You ain't let her know. I would never. I said I'd let her know.
Oh, so you would let her know. So I don't have a problem with that. As long as you tell your new fiance, hey, this was from my ex-fiance.
Now,
you good with that?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I probably wouldn't say it because in the event that she has a problem with it, it's the same way that you wouldn't have a problem with it. But I wouldn't have a problem doing it. But listen, I don't have to share the source of it, whether I bought it now, whether I bought it previously, whether it was passed down through my family, it doesn't have to be that. As long as, well, I'm not going down on one knee, but as long as I put the ring on her finger and propose marriage, what are we talking about?
I agree with you that it shouldn't matter, but we are men. We are not women, okay? So no woman in this world would ever be okay with that if they knew the truth. Never, not
disagree.
one. You do agree with that, right?
No, I disagree. I
okay.
I think there's some real ones out there, and I think it's
no. Doc, can you please school this kid? Because I don't understand what he's saying. I guess he's just saying it to say it. I mean, I hope he doesn't believe this.
Well,
but
on this one, listen, if that ring is 11, 12, 13, 15 grand, she better not care where it came from.
Thank you, dude.
But Doc, you know she is, right? You do know that, right, Doc?
Well, suck it up and then move on. 'Cause
You guys are jokesters. Listen, women.
I bet you every time you see her, she's going to have that rock on her finger.
No, she will not.
Yeah,
not if she knew that was meant for another woman.
Absolutely,
not.
she will.
No, there is no way.
Absolutely,
listen,
she will.
Listen,
she 100%
listen.
will.
We will get any woman on as a guest on our podcast, and I invite y'all to come down and school these two dudes because I don't even know what they're talking about right now. Because I'm with y'all, like I'm with her, I'm with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is.
Okay. So full circle, going back to, I want to make sure we give this listener the answer. So he says, who's wrong? Who's wrong? Who's right? Is he wrong for wanting the ring back, or is she wrong for wanting to keep it?
She is clearly wrong.
Okay.
Clearly wrong because they are not getting married any longer. So she should clearly give the ring back, stop being a greedy biatch, and give the man back his $11,000 ring. Because I'm sure if that happened to your brother or your son or something like that in the future, and a woman didn't give your son or your brother back his $11,000 ring that he spent all that money on, I'm sure you'd be pissed as all holy hell.
Right.
So just do the right thing and stop being selfish and thinking about yourself. That's my answer. Your turn.
I think, who's wrong? Wow. That's a, I don't know if it's as simple as.
Very simple.
I don't know if it's as simple. I think I'm going to lean towards your side on this one and say she should give it back. It's not a heavy lean, but the one thing that sticks in my craw is the fact that it was contingent upon blank. Sure. So that's what separates it from.
I mean, everybody knows what an engagement ring is.
That's why it separates from other gifts and other things that he gave her throughout the relationship. And it sounds like that's what she's invoking. Like, you've given me other things. But that's a part of the agreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can, and if that's not going to happen, then I think she should give it back.
Now, if he called off the marriage.
So that makes the difference to you.
I mean, I still don't. I could see her having more of an argument on why. Now, I still don't understand why she would want to keep it, but I could give her more, credence on saying, okay, if you want to keep it, I don't understand why you would. But if he called it off, I wouldn't be as mad at her for wanting to keep the ring. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sway me. Who called it off, who didn't.
Okay.
I would say if it's contingent upon that, just kind of give the ring back. And
No,
it just seems like the thing to do.
If he called it off because he met some new woman and he wants his ring back, if I'm that woman, I'm like, I ain't give you that ring back.
Yeah,
You done cheated. No, I'm keeping that ring. I'm gonna go sell that. I'm gonna get myself $11,000 and I'm gonna go get my hair did and go on vacation and put in a helping down. I'm gonna do whatever because he called it off. Now you ain't getting that ring back.
I can see one making an argument for that. But if you got to pick one side or the other and be consistent with it, I would say
in her scenario, she's wrong.
Yeah, give back the ring.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like, I'm not sure why you would want to keep. Well, you know what? I know why you'd want to keep it.
Yeah.
It's a diamond, right?
Right.
It's a diamond ring.
Right.
There's value in it.
But if you really love that man,
but less of that.
Some stuff
notwithstanding that,
yeah,
you don't want to. You want to keep that room. So
y'all talking about ring? I still want that LCD TV.
Well played. You can't watch.
Now you ain't getting that. You ain't getting that back. You ain't getting that back. She keeping that shit, and she's watching Netflix with her new man.
You can't watch
on your TV that you bought her.
You can't watch the game on a.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. All right, man. It's been fun. Great times. Great topics, man. Doc was great today. K, as always, I'm your man Jay. Rob, my brother K. Doc, another great episode and fun topics on the J and K Show. We will be back next week with more fun and hot debated topics. We'll see you next week. Until then, be good, be healthy, be well. Peace. We out, y'all.